Serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
We only lived a couple hundred yards away. It's kind of sad. Kind of hurts.
The semi-driver was unharmed, but people around Northwood, North Dakota are feeling the loss of the historic bridge that collapsed under the weight of a tractor trailer.
Valley News Team's Rose Itzkovitz speaks with locals who sum up the general sentiment of the loss in one word: sad.
Here in rural Grand Forks County, a nearly 85,000-pound truck that caused this bridge collapse was removed Tuesday morning.
You know, my mom passed away just a year ago, and I could hear her calling for me from here. We only lived a couple hundred yards away. It's kind of sad. Kind of hurts.
Steve Glinton grew up 200 yards from this bridge.
This was my playground.
Here's what it looked like with the truck on it. Now removed.
It was a sinking feeling, kind of like this. But it was sad. It was kind of heartbreaking.
Well, everyone is so sad. I've seen so many posts about it on Facebook, and they're just sad.
Just a piece of the semi now remains, with a handful of the dry beams that made up nearly 50,000 pounds of the weight.
There shouldn't be truck traffic on here.
At nearly 42 tons, the truck weighed around 3 times the bridge's limit.
That bridge was rusty. Could it really hold that?
Just what were you thinking, you know?
One official telling me the driver showed remorse and appeared embarrassed to try to cross the bridge. But he said his Google Maps led him here and he didn't want to veer off course. Officials say nearby roads were under construction, but there were other ways of getting around. Is it harder for people to get around right now?
Probably is, but not that hard to cause something like this. There's other bridges that could have been used.
The bridge sat over the Goose River near Northwood, North Dakota, and is under the National Register of Historic Places.
This bridge was built in 1906. I mean, it's been here forever.
What are people saying about it?
That it's a devastation to Northwood. It's a landmark.
The county engineer saying the bridge sees maybe 5 to 10 cars a day at most.
It's sad knowing that a memory is gone, but it can be rebuilt.
Well, I hope it gets rebuilt, yeah.
Now, the driver was fined just over $11,000 for trying to cross this bridge. Meanwhile, the replacement for this bridge could cost upwards of $1 million. In rural Grand Forks County, Rose Itzkovitz, Valley News Live.
The Grand Forks County engineer tells us if they decide to replace it, a new bridge would meet modern standards and regulations and even be able to hold the semi that took it down.
It's been pretty quiet today in the weather, just what we'd like to see during most of the summer. Let's go to Hutch for your no-wait weather planner on this Tuesday evening. Hutch?
Mike, it looks like we have a few clouds moving through eastern North Dakota and the Red River Valley, and that is about it as far as weather woes go for our terrific Tuesday. Temperatures across the region focusing near that 80-degree mark up and down the valley and throughout western Minnesota as well. We will slip into the 70s. The clouds will linger. Light wind is expected to continue. So we go through the overnight hours. We do have the chance at seeing some patchy areas of fog developing. Other than that, it looks very quiet. We have some heat coming, and the quiet weather will not last forever. Storms are in the forecast, and a few could be strong. I'll have details on when we're watching for that here in just a few moments.
Let us know if there's any trouble out there.
You bet.
All right, thanks.
A nearly 40-year-long cold case out of Valley City continues for investigators.
Valley News Team's Melanie Palmer is here now to explain how technical developments in DNA sampling could lead to answers in the death of a baby girl. Melanie?
Andrea, Mike, on April 15th of 1981, officers with the Valley City Police Department found a dead baby girl that was left in leaves and underbrush. Investigators later found the baby died from asphyxia. After a long investigation, authorities were not able to find a suspect. The baby was named Rebecca and buried in a local cemetery, but she was not forgotten. In the past 38 years, investigators have continued to search for answers, and now they might be one step closer to getting them. Officers say with advancements in DNA technology in recent years, they decided to dig up baby Rebecca. She was sent to the medical examiner's office at UND. Police say further DNA testing will be done on Rebecca to finally find her parental origins and the answers behind her death. Hey, Mike?
Thanks, Melanie. And if you have any information on this case, contact Valley City Police. The phone number is 701-845-3110.
West Fargo police are asking for your help identifying this person of interest in an ongoing investigation. If you have any information about them, you're urged to call the West Fargo Police tip line, 433-5333. And Jamestown police are asking for your help finding a stolen vehicle similar to the one on your screen. It is a 2013 red Dodge Caravan with a North Dakota license plate 032ACY. According to police, it was stolen Tuesday morning around 10. It's believed to be in the Jamestown area. If you have any information on this vehicle, you can call your local law enforcement.
We have a warning tonight from police in Ada, Minnesota, following a rash of scam reports involving people claiming to be with Minnesota Energy or Xcel Energy. Investigators say that business owners in the area are getting these bogus calls asking for $500, and they say they will turn off your power if you do not pay. Well, police say this is a scam, and they warn you not to give out any money.
Authorities say more and more people in the Midwest are getting busted for using, making, or dealing meth. The Drug Enforcement Administration out of Omaha says its division, which includes Minnesota and the Dakotas, has seen a 31% increase in meth seizures. The agency says so far it has taken in more than 1,400 pounds of meth, worth an estimated $9 million this year. Authorities are saying this region is, quote, saturated with Mexican-sourced meth. The agency also says meth is the most commonly seized drug in our region and much of the U.S.
From a traffic stop to getting a man to detox, all the way to giving some kids tattoos and stickers. Offers in Moorhead were busy today, but it all didn't happen because of the wheel of a squad car, rather a bike.
It's nice to get out and get out of your car. You get to see a lot more people. There are like things I will notice when I'm on bike patrol that I have driven by 1,000 times and never seen before because your viewpoint is way different.
We rode around with both Moorhead and Fargo officers today who say bike patrolling is the best way to get out in the community, but it does impact response times and their ability to transport people. One Moorhead officer tells us that he's seen it all, including giving out 3 DWIs while on bike patrol, adding they log about 15 miles every time they ride.
We have an update on the intersection of 45th Street and 32nd Avenue South in Fargo. Engineers say a contractor is on site and currently working on wiring the new equipment to get the traffic light back up and running by tonight. The traffic light was knocked out over a week ago on July 12th when it was hit by a vehicle. The city had been waiting on parts to make repairs and says now that they have all the resources they need in hand, they say they're hopeful it will be finished tonight and working for the morning commute.
Move over traditional high school sports like football, basketball, volleyball, and soccer. It's time to make room for fishing. It's a non-curricular club activity right now, but it's gaining popularity within Fargo and West Fargo high schools. I caught up with several teams that were competing on Big Floyd Lake, one of 3 lakes being fished by the Lake Agassiz High School Fishing League. Join us tonight on Valley News Live at 10. We'll see how they're catching fish and hear more from the man who is at the heart of this fishing league.
Sounds intriguing.
Yeah.
All right.